Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 25 of Baldur's Gate 3, and we are right where we left off, not even an inventory pass, because we're going to go ahead and walk into Moonrise Towers. Now, on our way in through these gates, I don't know at what threshold I might, call a mulligan on it, but it's very important to me that we do go down and get the Ketheric Thorm relic. I'm just hoping that we can sort of go in here, glad hand around, shake some hands, ingratiate ourselves, get all of those hostages out. I don't think they're hostages, they're really more prisoners or soon-to-be converts, and then go down and do that next part. But with that said, let's go ahead and run in here.
That's far enough.
His thoughts invade your own, probing for purchase. Your parasite purrs in recognition.
Ah, one blessed like myself. What news, true soul?
I don't hate rogue. Little from the field, what's inside, minus the same. That's for your superiors to know. I've infiltrated an encampment of Harpers protected by a cleric of Selune. Well, they might ask how that's going. It's not going well. Then again. But then no, because what's-his-face saw us. If we talk about this, then that's going to connect us to those events, and that dude, Marcus, or whatever his name was, he might be able to know that we're not on their side, so I don't want to talk about that. We'll just keep it simple. Little from the field, what news inside?
General Ketheric's advisor went off on a field trip. Zarel's in charge till he gets back.
You'll find Zarel in the audience chamber, true soul. She'll be wanting to hear from you.
Our path leads to Zarel. Let us not keep her waiting.
In her name.
Praise the Absolute.
Yeah, see, I can pretend to be a fanatic. Sometimes you can, trade with random people, so let's just have a quick chat around. Okay, I have questions, but I want to see if we get more of those. Kaz is doing well, says thank you for asking. It was... Oh, because Karlach wasn't here. Which one was that? Oh, explore each key area of the Shadow Cursed Lands. Okay.
In her name.
I have something to ask.
Plenty of supplies if you're running low, true soul.
Sure, where are those? Oh, you guys, do you remember back 4 episodes ago, there was that one ghoul scout, and I thought that as we progressed into the area there would be more ghouls, and then we never saw another ghoul. This is where they came from.
We are favored. We are blessed.
Barely alive by most standards. And still it bows to the Absolute.
The blessed will conquer all.
I think I missed what Lae'zel was saying and who was talking back. Okay, that's about as far as we can go that way.
There can be no doubt. This is the place. This is where we'll discover the secret of the Absolute.
Another true soul. Welcome, true soul. The disciple will have work for you, I expect. So much to be done.
Absolute herself called us here. They cannot stop us from seeing Zarel now. Where do you hail from?
Back of the line. I'll be the first of us to swear to the General.
Not all of us survived the shadows to stand here. My wife, my sons, they were unworthy.
You're one of her blessed, aren't you? To hear her voice, I cannot imagine.
So this is me thinking aloud. Are are these guys true believers, or do they also have the mind slugs? Like, don't answer this. I just don't necessarily know the difference between these pilgrims or the acolytes. Like, I feel like these guys all have brain worms. I have brain worm. I don't know that these guys do, and I feel like they don't, but then why are they doing this? Doesn't this, like, weird them out?
Each pack of recruits they bring in is worse than the last. Can't trust them to sweep the stables, let alone swing a sword.
Why would I want to persuade him of this? And if we tell them to get rid of them, they'll murder them. They're not going to just let them walk free. Let's play the part. It's not our place to question the Absolute's will.
Of course. Wouldn't dare. I'm sure she's got a plan. And only she knows what part twits like them have to play in it.
I can never tell in, like, or sorry, there's some video games where it's like, it makes it very clear that you can, like, be faking it. And then there's other video games where it's like, I feel like I'm just playing along and the game thinks I'm being dead serious. And it's like, oh, you're really, like, pro Absolute, are you? What is this thing? Scrying eye. How worried am I about that? Hold on a second. Well, now it's through the door. I really wanted to examine it to see what it's looking for.
It's Rower you want. We only talk when you've misbehaved.
Oh, I aim to do some of that.
Ah, a new face come to bask in the light of the Absolute. How can I be of service, true soul?
Oh, a traitor? Oh, man, do I have some news for you. Are you a follower of the Absolute?
Blessed by association, let's say. I come to pay proper respect to a new power. I bow, but the Zentarin prefer to look their business partners in the eye.
Yeah, man, let's go for the discount.
For another in the business? Don't see why not. We can certainly afford it. Business is booming.
These faithful folk don't ask for much. Just some cargo moved to the city. But my goodness, do they pay generously.
I have a feeling their cargo is equivalent to those pods from the end of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Yeah, see, I like, this is how I feel. This is a pure profiteer, profiteering off of seizing the minds and souls of others. I don't approve of this person, but I obviously can't say this. I don't want to fight everybody in here. I want to do a covert mission. That's part of being a rogue and a ranger. Let's find out what they're smuggling. I want in.
Oh, true soul. I couldn't burden your spirit with such material concerns. But I'm always happy to trade.
So I gotta bounce back to camp. We've got infinity things. Okay, so with our shopping done, let's have a chat around.
And this was funny when it was just goblins branding arses, but you lot mean business, eh?
You gotta be careful not to accidentally steal anything. So yeah, for Crow and anybody else coming in, we're obviously in, I mean, you probably know this, but we're at Moonrise Towers and we're undercover.
If you have coin, then show it.
What do you have on offer? Oh no! Well, hold on. We might find a better bow. Okay, so we've been in sort of like this area here. Let's see if we can reach that hidden chamber. And maybe we'll go to where the tieflings are.
Have to keep going.
Bunch of the others were rounded up in the main hall a while ago. They ain't come back.
Wouldn't head into the main hall if I were you. Zarel and Ketheric are working on some poor worm.
Heard a rumor some do-gooder stopped a horde of absolutists from getting their hands on a load of druids in some grove. Whoever it was, better pray the general doesn't smoke 'em out. Be a bloodbath, so it would.
Whoever did that really sounds like an asshole. Let's get them.
Something slimy seems to be dripping from the rafters above. I want to have a word.
A moment, true soul. You use a spoon to stir the soup, Barnabas. Forget the axe, my darling. Now, how can I help you?
Barnabas?
I've shown Barnabas a kinder way. A kinder name is only fitting. That is the gift the Absolute gave me when I stood before her. To rewrite the lives of her faithful. Make them believe there's something better.
Heartwarming. Praise her name.
Praise her works. Committed by the hands of her faithful. Observe. Barnabas, sweetie. Come show what a good boy you are. What would you like him to do?
Stick his face into a fire. How about a dance?
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, Barnabas?
You feel her will surge outwards and envelop the creature, inexorable as the tide.
No, Barnabas! We talked about this.
Boy, I would value the chance to sow some chaos in here. But again, I'm worried that if we do this, it's just going to be a big bloodbath, isn't it? Like, we're just going to have a big fight. I'm just going to say you're not as commanding as you think.
They battle silently for a long moment, the Gnoll's heart drumming with strain. Then all at once, his heart stops.
Oh, Barnabas. I'm so sorry, me darling. Oh, he isn't the first to die. Her love is simply too much for some. I hope you will fare better when your time comes.
How do I get to meet the Absolute?
Please, Sorrel. And you will be called to ascend to the tower top. Many have gone before you, though not all have returned.
So that made me feel super uncomfortable. I am glad that Barnabas is gone. Barnabas is one less creature that we're going to have to fight and kill on our way out of here, I assume. Yeah, as Crow says, she, and I didn't catch her name actually, the chef there, thinks they're friends.
These are the stalking grounds of Steelclaw, furless one. Tread lightly. Fortunately for you, the slithering vermin I hunt has my attention. For now.
A fellow hunter is a welcome sight. Any hints, any tips on hunting tadpoles?
Focus. Dedication. Utmost vigilance. I braved lapping waters and leaking ships to find this prey. I butchered many, and will butcher many more. But this one I toy with. I slice, I tear, and when the time is right, I will bite its head off and bathe in its innards.
Thank God. Good luck with the hunt, Steelclaw.
Luck is not needed. Merely patience and a thirst for blood. Hunt fast and hunt well.
Awesome! We got another piece of inspiration by talking to that cat and impressing him. Her. It did feel a little bit odd to be called Furless One by that specific cat, though. Crow is saying, well, she is really just a cat.
Hush. Meat sounds above. Here.
For a moment, you do hear it. Flesh sliding on stone, like a living being extending through the walls.
Something in the walls? What is it?
Pig! In walls above! Maybe whole tower. Loudest near kitchen. But Mig banned. Not allowed to pet nose. You find meat. You share.
Don't mind Mig and her meat sounds. It's just her brain slopping around in her skull.
We're getting a lot of indication that there's something upstairs, and it's probably the demon that we're supposed to rescue, I think. Well, okay, so we've got stairs down, and I do feel like I want to mark them on the map here. Okay.
We did as we was told, General. Followed every order.
The facts suggest otherwise. You were ordered to retrieve the artifact. You failed to do so.
Us? No, it was Minthara. She got the orders. She...
Enough!
A blast of mental energy washes over you, filling the room. Your tadpole squirms, urging you to obey.
You failed to retrieve the artifact. You failed to protect your true soul. You do not deserve to live.
This does not feel like it benefits from my involvement. Also, my character doesn't like goblins.
Mercy, General! Please!
General Thorm?
Let our newest arrival speak. You have seen what these creatures are capable of, and you have seen their inadequacies. Isn't that so? What is your judgment?
You know I'm loyal! Tell him!
Enough! True Soul, tell the General how the goblins served our cause.
If we attack Ketheric Thorm here and now, well, like he's still completely immune to damage. Like, it's pointless. So we're definitely not doing number 4. Is number 2... Like, my character doesn't like goblins. I just want to note that I personally, I would want to get to know a goblin before I pass judgment. But my character has been, like, super anti-goblin since, like, episode 3. It seemed like this was going against them. I want to agree with these people to ingratiate myself to them. I saw the horrors they committed in the Absolute's name.
Thank you! I'm glad someone noticed.
I'm sure they were very enthusiastic. But zeal without efficacy is for children, not servants. We are too close to the ending and the new beginning. I can coddle failure no longer. Kill them, quickly.
What? No! You creaking old bag of shit!
She's an unbeliever outside my control.
Try again. Dispose of the rest as you see fit. Or better yet, put that true soul to use. They've proven themselves reliable.
Of course, my lord. Thank you. You heard the General. The goblins are yours. Deal with them however you wish.
Nod curtly.
Here in the seat of the Absolute's power, your authority over them is complete. They will obey any command. Report to me upstairs when you're done.
Please! You gotta help me! For old time's sake!
I feel like I don't remember this specific goblin. To my memory, every goblin that I've encountered, I killed. So this one who's like, for old time's sake, they're very clearly from the goblin camp outside the Druid's Grove, but I don't remember any survivors. So here's the problem. My character in my head is chaotic good. These goblins are not good guys, and my character and I, in fact, believe that if we let them go, they're gonna go, like, harass innocent people. Remember when my character said, I saw the horrors they committed in the name of the Absolute, and this goblin was like, yes, exactly, thank you. I'm glad you noticed. So I don't want to release them. Fight me, either you die or you kill me and you're free to go. I would not... My character's a hunter, not a, I don't know, like, that seems gross. And I'm not going to command them to stop breathing. It's going to be a fair fight.
Oh, crap. You're going to enjoy this, ain't ya?
Oh, he was the one torturing the gnome on the windmill? Okay, yeah, I got the gnome down. I didn't realize that any of them had survived. So let's switch up for this. Interesting. But I don't think we're going to do that.
Time to strike. Taking position.
So I think we're going to go for a remote strike on her as well. They're level 3 goblins, so I'm not too worried about this. Okay, oh, is this all grease? Yeah, we're all greased up. Okay, Shadowheart, let's jump out of this. Yikes, we're kind of stuck. Can I just take a regular shot from where I'm standing? Yeah.
Looking ahead.
So we were supposed to come see her upstairs when we were done. Oh, we can talk to him. I mean, probably not, but...
The corpse seems willing to speak, but not to its killer.
Oh no, we don't get more time with such a scintillating personality. Let's read the note to self. You've got this, Racha. You're going to be the bestest true soul there ever was. All you got to do is trust Minthara, listen to the Absolute, and do as she says. Then get your audience, and you'll be proper rewarded. Don't go listening to them fakers like Dren. Dren does not hear shit. Do I talk to her now? I feel like I might break scripting here, but let's try it.
General Thorm's prayers and preparations must not be disturbed. The rooftop is off limits to everyone.
Even you, Disciples Realm?
Everyone. Keep watch and ensure that nobody passes. Excellent timing, true soul. The goblins. Tell me how they suffered.
So this doesn't feel right.
Show me.
Her mind enters yours abruptly, flickering across your memories in a blaze of excitement. Tongues of psychic flame lap at the memory of the goblins dying by your hand.
I see you like to handle underlings physically. So do I.
We're gonna play into it. Got any more for me to punish?
Plenty. But I hoped someone of your talents would be more ambitious. You came here to answer the Absolute's call. Let's see what you're made of.
She parts the folds of your mind again, touching your wants and hopes, tasting them. Every emotion soaks into her mind's palette. But there is purpose to her exploration. She is searching for proof of your faith.
Distract with thoughts of will, thoughts of your romantic desires, fill your mind with love for the Absolute. I don't think that I can do that. Think in Thieves' Camp, masking your true thoughts as absolute is zealotry. Oh, I like this. It doesn't look like it's got that great of a chance, but we might get advantage on it. Drawing her towards your hunger for power, or overwhelm her by unleashing a wave of hatred as you prepare to attack. I'd really rather not do that thing. So I think we should go with persuasion. We've got +4 to it. Do we like romantic desires? This might imply towards her. Let's focus on will for now, because this is only +1. I don't know what the difficulty class is. What do we want to do? The trouble that my concern with this is that it might be too human. Like, oh man, I'm super into will. She might take that as like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, that's actually a bad thing. You know what? I've got plenty of rerolls. I'm gonna try this. Think in Thieves' Camp. Shit. Oh no. It's really hard and we don't get any advantage to it. But let's try. We do have some rerolls if we need it. If we roll a 4. We rolled a 4! Yeah! I need to not yell into the microphone. I'm so sorry. We got exactly what we needed. Thank you, Crow.
There is a tremor of shared ecstasy as she finds a mirror to her own desire.
Perfect. You crave what all true souls should. To be touched by the Absolute. I have already been blessed to stand in her presence. It was bliss. She gave me everything I wanted.
Everything? What exactly do you want?
To take without asking, to feel without doubting, and to kill without consequence. In a word, freedom.
I feel like you can go too far on the zealotry thing. Sounds good. How do I get what I want?
By serving General Thorm. I have a mission for you.
That's it. Play along. The closer you can get to the General, the closer you'll be to the answers you seek.
We literally just saw it with our own eyes, and we already have a lead on how to take away his invulnerability. Then again, we just demonstrated our zealotry to her, like our devotion to the Absolute, so I feel like it's safe to ask this. Is it true that General Thorm is invulnerable?
Indeed. The Absolute's love for him has made him more than mortal. He is unstoppable.
I live to serve. What do I need to do?
There is a relic that General Thorm requires. He sent his most trusted advisor, disciple Balthazar, to retrieve it. The relic is beneath the Thorm family mausoleum. That is where you will find Balthazar. But we have lost contact with him. Go there, aid Balthazar if you can, and bring the relic home.
Well, I'm certainly not going to say that I already met him. What if Balthazar is dead?
Death would not silence Balthazar for long. But dead or alive, he is lost. Whatever has become of him, it is the relic that matters.
What exactly was the relic?
It is something that General Thorm desires, and that he has ordered us to retrieve. That is all you need to know.
What do you mean that you lost contact?
And I accompanied him. It was destroyed shortly after he left Moonrise. Hardly a surprise. We're protected here, but outside the shadows are hungry.
I'm ready to head out.
The shadows around the mausoleum are deep and hungry. You'll need a moon lantern to survive them. Take one from Balthazar's chambers. But don't pry. The last person who snooped into his secrets lost their head. I believe he uses it as a chamber pot.
So that was a weird conversation in that it did not appear to be happening in this room. I do think that the scripting broke a little bit. Also, there was like another person there that I don't know where she is, so whatever. I'm going to F5 it though, because okay, and let me just look here, because we do still have Karmic Dice off, right? Karmic Dice, yeah, no, it's still off. Okay, just double checking.
You bested the Saloonite. You'll have to regale us all over drinks.
Yeah, that's a super fun story. I'll really enjoy regaling you with that one.
Don't try giving orders, true soul. Everyone here answers directly to Z'rell.
Well, I didn't actually mean to go in there, but got a lot done.
So it's true, so the army, they're nearly ready. It's nearly time.
And when the hour draws near,
we march to Baldur's Gate.
What role will you take?
I'm trained as an assassin, House Hekar. Perhaps I can serve as a scout or special operations. When the call comes, I'll be ready.
I hope they make you wear that hat on assassin duty. It really helps you pass unseen in a crowd. Which army do you mean?
Us. We are so many, and we are marching to Baldur's Gate as soon as the Absolute gives word. I've never been to battle. I've never been to war. But I feel so calm, ready.
Did the goblins suffer? Rabble like that don't deserve mercy.
Everybody did take a bunch of damage, though, so that didn't feel great.
I'm not worthy. I never learned the words.
Ever at your service. An honor.
Okay, so I want to go upstairs specifically where that mucus was coming down. Hold on, we've got a new person, Araj.
Araj Oblodra, trader in all things occult. A very great pleasure to meet you, true soul. Should you be interested, I have a particular offer I'd like to make.
Let's hear about it.
Put plainly, I'd like your blood. A vial of true soul's blood, specifically. With one drop, I can brew a rather potent potion for you. The rest, I keep for myself.
Well, the trouble is I'm using that. What kind of potion are we talking about?
No idea, but it will be unique to you. Your blood essence and the Absolute's blessing intertwined. We can learn exactly what that means together.
That just sounds like turpentine. I don't want it. What do you plan to do with your share? I'm not going to do it.
Research, naturally. We Oblodras are simply curious by nature.
My blood is sacred.
Now, a true soul ought to know their doctrine. I've picked a little up in my time here. Many hearts, one soul. Isn't that how the blessing goes? We are all one under the Absolute.
Cool, then you're not going to have any trouble getting that blood from somebody else, because we're not doing it.
Very well. If there's anything else you need, let me know.
We're probably not going to get a very good discount. Show me your stock.
Come back any...
All right, let's do it now, so I don't forget. We'll go to latest, and the circlet goes on her. And how does she look with it? Very Aragorn, actually. But I like not having the helmets on most of the time. And I'm going with the low-grade ones because they now heal so little that they wouldn't really be very useful in combat at this point. Yeah, I should have seen if we could use one somehow on Corvus. Maybe throw one at Corvus would have been helpful. All right, we're going to snuff the brazier.
In my years as the Blade, I've witnessed countless cruelties, faced unimaginable evil. But Thorm, he is made of pure hate. The Sword Coast will rejoice when the bastard's fallen. My father is somewhere in this tower. I won't leave him in Thorm's hands. And lest we forget, we've a devil to rescue. 2 missions, 1 destination.
Any idea where we'll find Duke Ravengard? I forgot that his dad was in here. Like, I know it, but I just, like, not thought that he should probably be here for this part of the mission. Any idea where we'll find Duke Ravengard now that we've reached Moonrise?
Not in a mere prison cell, certainly. My guess, Thorm will have confined him in the bowels of the tower. The deeper we dig, the closer we get.
Okay, I should then prioritize going down. But getting the demon... So far, the demon doesn't feel like it's something that a lot of people know about, so I feel like we can do that without raising too much alarm. Maybe those are famous last words. So, let's F5.
Don't give me trouble now.
30. Wow. But we get a plus 15 or so, so... We might want to give this one another shot. But I'm going to snap the Thieves' Tools, because we actually have a lot on Astarion. There we go. A comfortable success. Let's give this a shot. A little bit more of an add bonus. Doubt that's... yeah. We functionally have to roll like a 12 or higher. Let's try it once more with the Thieves' Tools. Got it. Got it by a whole point. Okay, I'm going to actually put it into turn-based mode. I don't know why Shadowheart is not in hide mode.
Don't want to think about why my mind is...
Oh, these are on Balthazar's quarters. Goblin troops, though crude and a bit dim, are valuable because they're adaptable and can be fitted into a number of different military roles, excelling as archery skirmishers and war cavalry scouts. If rigorously drilled, some can function as disciplined phalanxes armed with half-pikes, and even the ones who can't be trained to march in step can serve as prime catapult fodder. The key to recruiting a tribe of goblins is their profound respect for their priests, who lead the tribe members in the worship of all-conquering Maglubiet. Therefore, let the high priest of the 7 tribes of the Southwest Sword Coast be invited to a grand council, a feast where they will be well fed. This is interesting. Oh, that was my mouse. I honestly thought that was a scratch in the parchment. Well flattered and well lubricated with jugs of plonk, laced with a mild paralytic. The priest will awaken with new guests in their crania and be led into docile devotion to a new and greater god than Maglubiet, the Absolute. And trust me, where the priests go, the warriors will follow. Advisor Balthazar. This guy's room must smell so terrible. This is a log on the work of one of Balthazar's necromancers, Cressa Bone Daughter, dated 2 10 days ago. After the state the Fallen One was in, I never expected Cressa would be able to save it. I was hoping the usurped thing would die. That's what it would have wanted. It's not as if Cressa studying it is going to improve much. It was damaged in the attack, far beyond what the mere tadpole could do. But she seems fond of the foul creature. Let her play with it. Another entry seems to be written into this log, dated a 10-day later. I should not, in hindsight, have let Cressa keep her pet. Ever since it was shipped onto one of the nautiloids to be deployed, she has been inconsolable. It won't survive out there. It needs me. It isn't like the others. The feral thing will make a fine warrior for the Absolute. Now my best assistant is distracted thinking about it. Pah, she will come to heal again soon enough. That is unfortunately not very helpful. Like it's fine. It's like it's interesting, but it's not information like we're looking for.
Once again, your mind opens to Lae'zel, and she considers the disc.
More writings on Orpheus, the so-called Prince of the Comet.
Let's hear it.
The Prince of the Comet, Part 3. The histories tell us that Commander Voss, Gestil Ketheric, pierced Prince Orpheus clean through with his sword of silver, that his flesh was torn and fed to the great red dragon of Velaman. Vlaakith's faithful roar out this tale, but beneath the roars, we hear whispers carrying truth and prophecy. The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will liberate us from Vlaakith's tyranny. Praise be to Mother Gith, Queen of the One Sky. Praise be to your son, Orpheus, the true heir, Prince of the Comet. This is more than a fable. It's an affront to the undying Queen Vlaakith. Gith's son died to Voss's blade. Orpheus is no more.
Could Orpheus really be alive, do you think?
It is not just improbable, it is impossible. Ketheric Voss and his red dragon slayed the fell prince. You could no more resurrect him than you could glue together the pile of ashes he became. My Vash taught that the silver bells of Vlaakith's court still ring out before every hunt in celebration of the prince's defeat. As a child, I longed to hear them for myself, and sing in praises to the deathless queen and her Githraki.
Who is the great red dragon Ephelamon of the story?
Tiamat's emissary. It was he who carried word that Mother Gith had negotiated the gift of the dragons, and that Vlaakith I would preside as queen of the Githyanki. Ephelamon remains the queen's consort to this day, as endless as the empire he now serves.
It didn't really mean to click there.
Anything more?
So, I feel like I didn't get to read it myself. Oh, here it is. So this is just what she read aloud, so that's fine. And I want Lae'zel to be carrying these.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Now, but there is another interesting part there. Voss, like, presumably it's the same Voss who's like, oh man, you know who I really don't like anymore? Vlaakith. Yeah, she sucks, and I want to work with you guys to overthrow her. The fact that he is personally the guy that apparently killed Prince Orpheus doesn't make me feel good about his reliability on that topic. Yeah, he might have changed his mind in the question mark number of years since that happened, but also that sort of made his whole career, didn't it? It's kind of like somebody, I don't know, becoming wealthy and famous for brutalizing a particular group of people, and then after doing it for hundreds of years saying like, oh, you know what, I'm kind of tired of this and now I suddenly feel bad about it. Well, you could have felt bad about it before you started doing it. I don't know. It makes me a little suspicious of Voss, but we're not gonna get too, we're not gonna stop listening to him when he shows up. A reminder, acolytes are permitted entry to my chambers for the sole purpose of collecting moon lanterns. My library is not to be tampered with. Library is not to be tampered with. While the Absolute appreciates your eagerness to learn, my bookshelves do not. Any requests to borrow from them must be given to me in advance and are like to be refused. Should you desire information on poisons, do not think to read any tome on the subject here. They are inclined to grant more knowledge than the written word could ever provide. Remember, the Absolute's purpose is better served by a beating heart than a poisoned mind. Though if you chose death, I will ensure you serve her still. So that's probably, what did I click on that filled the room with poison? Was it like the tomes on poison? Probably.
Anything of use?
I don't know, sure. Hold on, there's a puddle of goo here. More heart. Lots of hearts kicking around. Oh, maybe this is the thing that we have to put onto the altar. Install a drain beneath the library's conventional medicine shelf. It's wasteful to let all that blood seep through the flagstones. It will rust the spikes besides. A line slashes through the above, the same hand in fresh ink below. Disregard, the smell gives me sweet dreams. Okay, so that was our warning not to pull that one. Here's that chamber pot we heard about downstairs. So the only thing that's making me think that hearts go on the altar is that there have been no other instances in the game where there were hearts. I don't remember a single other heart. Wait, what's this? Brain. Are there any clues in the tapestries? This is two people playing music together. This woman's picking some apples. This person is, I don't know, was doing something, but it got covered over with blood. I don't see a lot of clues here. Let's try putting a heart into the thing. This really feels like a long shot. I know that I'm talking a lot about it, but it doesn't seem very likely. Wait, that worked? Wait, what happened? It actually worked! Okay. Hello to Azric. Azric, Tuesday's going great. We had some very, very fortunate rolls, and I absolutely guessed my way through a puzzle based on nothing more than I haven't encountered any other hearts, so I thought maybe there's a reason
on the tadpoles.
That those are in here.
But they were already imbued with Netherese magic. So where did that magic come from?
With a flick of the wrist.
So I want to ask chat, was there anything else in that room that was supposed to lead me to heart? Because I didn't find it. Maybe it's elsewhere on the floor. Natural 20. We did it. Azric, I hope that your Tuesday went well. I hope that things with the new job continue to go well. We found a hat. Once per turn, any condition inflicted on the target also applies 2 turns of encrusted with frost. I have redirected some materials from beneath the tower. I plan to simply raise what forces I need inside the mausoleum itself, but the general prefers that no more of his family crypts be disturbed. Even so, I may have no choice. The temple will not surrender the Night Song easily, and the general's invulnerability depends on it. I am sure he will forgive a little transgression if it frees the army to move on to Baldur's Gate at last.
Night Song sounds like the source of Ketheric's immortality.
We won't...
A tender name for a cultist artifact.
If we find it, we might turn it against him.
Finding it may be easier said than done.
Oh. Oh, you guys! The dead pixie, he de-skulled it. What were you doing? Oh, that's gross. We're still gonna sell it because, I mean, it's probably worth like $1 or something, but I should probably just go. I don't want to open this up and then have somebody get mad at me and then reload it. So I think that instead we're gonna go... Yeah, these people can't possibly be happy to see me wandering around in here. Even though, like, I have to say, like, What's-Her-Face said to meet her upstairs. And the more upstairs that I am, the more I don't know. And we're looking for the demon. Damn it. So, we thought that the demon was going to be up over here. And where am I? Where am I? We're here. So how do we get above the kitchen? Let's look to the east. Maybe, yeah, maybe over here. Oh, God, lobotomy. That really weirds me out. Hello.
You can pass. In the name of the salute.
Marcus, I assume no explanation is needed for just how rare these appendages are, and I trust you shall make good use of them. Oh, these are the wings. You have a golden opportunity to please the general. Do not squander it. Access to the unwilling donor has proven difficult since the harvesting, but if I am afforded the opportunity, I shall pass along your gratitude. B for Balthazar, I bet.
I need a quick word. Wide, gaping sockets that see nothing, and still they seem to watch you. Think you hear a whisper? Perhaps it was just wind drafting through a dull and empty thing.
It is not your time yet, Blessed One. The rooftop chapel is reserved for the General's private contemplation, save for those he chooses to ascend.
This must be the place. We have to get inside.
How is one chosen to ascend?
I'm sure you have done a great many things to get this far, true soul. But above, you will stand in her very presence. Such an honor requires more.
Her words are diplomatic, but her face betrays her true feelings. Utter contempt for you and all your kind.
Disciples Rel has given you a chance to earn that honor.
No. You don't believe I'm worthy. If I choose to go away, will you stop me? Oh, to go anyway. What's with the skeletons? Does the Absolute dabble in necromancy now?
Her design does not end at the grave, Blessed One. You will serve, whether you ascend or fall, and I find use for even the fallen. I hope that is some comfort to you.
I can't go in there, at least not without getting in trouble. I don't know how to leave this place. I came in here illegally, and now every... Oh. So, absent other information, we'll go downstairs, but we do have to find the demon and release it. Oh, and by the way, like... there's a few things the demon might say or do that will, like, overturn this, but my intent at this hour is to let the demon free and to get Will out of his pack. That's what I would like to do. I know that doesn't necessarily seem like good, but, like, our character watches out for her friends. That's the goal. Though gnolls verge upon being brute beasts who cannot follow orders couched in even the simplest terms, they can fulfill one important role in an army such as the one we're building, that of vanguard shock troops. Howling gnoll berserkers can be sent ahead in frontal assault to absorb defenders' spells and missile volleys, exhausting our enemy's ammunition before the arrival of the organized phalanxes of our less savage troops. Accordingly, Ragslin's Hobgoblin Rangers are hereby detached to the wilderness to track down Gnoll war packs, capture each pack's Flind leader, and bring them back in good condition to Moonrise Towers for tadpoling. Tadpoling is a verb, you guys! The Flins, is Flines or Flins? I'm going to go with Flins. Can then be returned to their war packs where we can count on the rank and file to follow the orders of their leaders, who will then be loyal to the Absolute. 6 such packs should meet our needs. See to it. Disciple Zrel. 6 such packs. I don't know that I can say that any faster. Let's have a glance at this. The recent dismemberment of Agent Moss, True Soul 26. We're numbered, are we? That's interesting. By Lord Herod's guards at the Ring Fork Stronghold is a clear indication that our strategy for co-opting the orcs of the Trielta Hills needs to be adjusted. Sending a herald to talk was regarded as evidence of weakness, so we must assume an attitude of dominance in our next attempt. The true soul among us who best understands orcish customs is undoubtedly Sir Yax of Scornable. He shall be sent, backed by a pair of ogres, to deliver a direct personal challenge to Lord Herod, using and excuse the dismemberment of Mahas. Yax is to defeat Herod and then force him to swear fealty to the Absolute, and in return we shall back Herod in the conquest and alliance of the other 2 Trielta tribes. Inform Sir Yax as soon as he returns from the Werewoods. Druids, meddling and meddlesome, I have a history with them that makes me wary of underestimating them. They will certainly not welcome the rise of the Absolute in their vicinity and could become significant obstacles if we don't find a way to take them out of play. The Emerald Grove of Cloakwood Circle, they cannot be defeated without significant diversion of resources, but maybe they can be neutralized from within. By their very nature, do not smile, value the balance of natural forces over the welfare of humanity in general. In the extreme, this is expressed by the faction historically known as the Shadow Druids, who favor complete separation of the circles from what they regard as the ills of civilization. They want to identify the current leaders of the Shadow Druids, cultivate them with gifts, and intimidate them with threats. Yeah, carrot and stick stuff. Encourage them to see the wisest and most prudent courses for the Druid circles to stand neutral as the armies of the Absolute march on the blighted circles of the civilized. Disciple Zrel shall select an appropriate agent to parley with the Shadow Druid's leader. Eventually all shall be infected with tadpoles. So that explains a lot more about what all was going down at the Emerald Grove and why that lady druid, I don't remember her name, but the one with like the big high like bouffant, why she was how she was being swayed over to the Shadow Druids. Oh, and all of this was just upstairs from this location. And Zorella's still down here. I really feel like she's not supposed to be.
I see you've taken it upon yourself to rescue Isabel for General Thorm. And before I even ordered you to do so. Trying to make me look bad, true soul.
There's nothing I can do to make you look bad. Why are they giving me credit for this? Because I absolutely did not... Like, Marcus, as far as I know, Marcus showed up with Isabel in his arms. I don't know. I have an eye on your position.
Oh, do you? Perhaps I'll let you try taking it from me someday. I think I'd enjoy watching you struggle and beg. But not before time. There's more work for you yet. General Thorm has his precious cleric of Selûne by his side, but he's still short a necromancer. Balthazar is still missing. Your success with Isabel will count for little if you don't find him.
I had a few questions.
Oh, good. I love answering questions.
Oh, we know all this. Disciples Rel was impressed that we captured the cleric Isabel. So, you guys, like, does the video game know that I didn't do this? I'm not upset that, like, the characters think I did it. I don't know why they would think that I did this. Isabel showed up weeks before I showed up, but whatever. I just want to make sure that the video game isn't, like, glitching out and, like, it thinks that I'm, like, pro Balthazar or whatever. I receive a gift from the Absolute. While the illithid parasite within is veiled from those looking for this jar, you can feel the expectant, delicious thrum of its psionic potential. All right. I guess I'll take it. It's gonna go to waste otherwise. So, let's go downstairs, and I'm glad that I marked it on the map. So we're gonna go a little bit to the west here. Okay, I don't know if those scrying eyes are going to be mad at me for being down here, but I didn't see anything that said that I'm not allowed.
Be a dear and strike me deaf. Our guests are especially sobby today.
So here's my concern. I need to rescue the hostages, I need to rescue the demon, and I need to go to the Night Song and get that thing. And the thing is, if I do it in that order, I'm sure that when I release the hostages, everybody in here becomes hostile, and that's going to make it much, much, much harder to get to the demon. But how do I get to the demon? This is a rhetorical question. Like, the upstairs seems to be swarming with dudes, so I want to look around here, but I don't think that we're going to try to set anybody free yet.
A new face. Do as the warden says, when she says, then you'll be fine. Plant one foot in front of the other. Head forward, back straight. Make them fear you.
Don't get too close to the prisoners. They're desperate enough to try anything.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
All's well here. The cargo from below has already been taken to the docks.
Okay, so before we open the doors, let's look down here. I like, there's talk about like a new Goonies and a new Gremlins movie, and I think that there's room for both of those things to do really well. E.T., I legitimately cannot figure out how it could be remade or why you would want to. And by the way, just so that everybody knows, I'm not aware of any such plans. I think that that would be, I just cannot imagine a way that that would go well. Goonies, like, if you've watched Super 8, Super 8 is a little bit like what you would get in a, like it has a very Goonies feel to it, and in a good way. It's not Goonies, it's not an attempt to remake the Goonies, but it sort of draws a blueprint. Stranger Things has some Goonies to it. It's just a group of kids going on an adventure, the kind of adventure that you always imagined going on when you were 8 and 10 years old. And so that's just what Goonies is, and that's fine. I feel like there's an infinite variety of that you can go on. Gremlins had a really clever and interesting first movie. It had a really clever and interesting second movie that was very different in tone, but I think that still works. Can they do a third one? Probably. I don't have any particular objection to them trying. Go right ahead. I'll be interested to see what they come up with. But E.T., no, man, E.T., like, it's not that the original's, like, sacred. Like, like, no one should ever touch it. I just don't know how or what you would do.
Let me guess. Your conversation has been cut short. These prisoners are for disciple Balthazar's attention only.
Shit. Well, let's give this a shot. What are the prisoners going to do? Talk me to death? I have some thoughts on how we could distract the guards and, like, do this, but we have to get out of this first. I like our odds.
Your reasoning is hard to argue with. You're free to speak to the prisoners.
Okay. I'm sorry, Leo, you were saying?
You want to help. The gnomes couple cells down are up to something, and we're in.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine navigating the conversation with the guards to let you talk with the prisoners freely, and the next thing you say is, enjoy your cell? Oh my god, like, somebody taking notes for, like, how to be the biggest asshole in the game. Sorry, I'm just like, what Leah's, like, arc of emotions would be if that was how the conversation went. What are the gnomes planning?
I can't read bloody minds. Go on, before someone sees.
Okay, and I don't, like, can we talk with Cal back there?
Get us out of here before the necromancer comes back. Please.
So, there's another aspect to this that I'm just now thinking of. I was convinced that if we went and got the item, the relic, that Ketheric Thorm would know about it, because I thought we were removing it from its place of power, and then that was going to make him vulnerable, so he would immediately know that that was a thing that was happening to him. But now we know there's actually a mission to go get it. So I think that we could go down there, get it, just not hand it over to the people, and then we could do all of this stuff. And by the way, they've lost contact with Balthazar. So I think that we could go there, get the relic, kill Balthazar and all of his dudes, and then come here and do the rest of this. I'm not convinced that we're going to do that, but I do think that it's an option, whereas, like, I didn't think it was at first. Oh, here's Wulbren. We've heard a lot about this guy. The guy who told us all about him is very dead.
You ordered that guard about as if you were the Absolute herself. What do you want with us? Exactly.
I'm here to help you escape.
Huh. And why would you be so inclined?
So Barkus told me you were here and he asked me to help. This would engender a lot of trust, I think. I know the tieflings in prison here. I want to break you all out. My mind is my own, the absolute. I'm not going to say this to him. That's very risky. I'm an undercover agent for the Flaming Fist. I don't know why I would lie about it. You owe me a favor afterwards. I never liked prisons much, and fine, die in here. We're going to just go with the Barkus.
Barkus is out here? Didn't think he had the stones. Well, if he sent you, you're no slave to the Absolute. You're a damn wolf among sheep, aren't you? I reckon you and I were meant to meet. I'm Wulbren.
There'll be time for permissions. Also, if he doesn't know my name, he can't give up my name under torture. So let's talk escape plan. What do you need?
Efficient. Good. We need tools. That head case of a warden robbed ours, but anything that breaks rock will do. Even if it's not Iron Hand quality. Whatever you find, throw it through the bars. But for the love of Gerdor, make sure a guard doesn't see you, or we're both done for.
So I used to have a bunch of hammers and pickaxes, but I sold them all, I think.
That is the plan, Nichols. There's something evil here. Below. Down. Down.
Okay, hold on. Maybe that's where the demon is.
And Unless this evil can get us out of here, I don't want to hear about it.
Trust your, this is what I learned last week, trust your body. If it's saying this is not a great time to eat, believe it.
You spark of the familiar. Do I know you, true soul? Perhaps not. Your face is rather bland. Regardless, know this. I am the warden. The prisoners are my charges, and I answer to Disciple Balthazar himself. Stay on my good side.
We could ask her about Balthazar. I don't want to do this. I feel like if we ask about Duke Ravengard, that's really gonna put up her... We're really gonna get her hackles up. No. Okay. Who is Disciple Balthazar?
My. They are letting all sorts become a true soul these days. He is chief advisor to General Ketheric, and one of the Absolute's favored. His necromancy is second only to the General's. It is an honor to serve him.
Let's start with I'll do my utmost to impress you.
A pity you're already failing then.
Now we'll insult her looks. No. Sure, you must confiscate lots of interesting things.
Indeed. But all are kept out of reach and under constant surveillance in the office above. Prison security is my highest priority.
I feel like it's very suspicious to say this. But fuck it, let's ask. I'm looking for a particular prisoner, Duke Ravengard.
He sounds important, and I'm afraid the mere dregs are the only ones left in my care.
I'm not going to ask her about, like, what's your problem. I feel like challenging this person is just going to go very badly, so we're just going to go. I think that our order of operations goes like this. I think we go back to the vendors. We find something that can break stone, like a simple pickaxe. It probably costs us like $3, $4, $5, $15, whatever it's going to be. Do we think we can get up here? Oh, well, she can. I don't know if Will can get up here. Wall. Well, this very obviously... Will, Leah... Wait, where am I? Oh, I'm right here. So this wall right here is the one that they're looking to blow out. Can I just... If Will was here, he could just blow out the wall. Interesting, interesting. And then there's the sloop. Wait, can I don't necessarily want to take it. Brittle chains. Can I break one of the chains right now? Bludgeoning. Lae'zel, you've got something you can bludgeon with.
Blackets will be done.
It's like a flail. Doesn't she have like some sort of a defender flail? I should probably F5 it. I don't know what's gonna... Like, there's no earthly way that the guards would, like, ever be able to hear us doing this. It just strikes me as, like, I don't know, man. Who knows what this game is gonna do? Okay, let's weaken this chain so that their getaway vehicle is ready to go. But I don't want the boat to float away. Do I want to, like... I'm going to F5 it, but I think it's safe to break that chain. And the boat's not going to go anywhere. Alright. Here's what we'll do next. Exit turn-based mode, gather everybody together, get everybody into a big puppy pile, and then we're going to go upstairs and sell some of the trash that we've got. You know what? At a minimum, let's go ahead and throw the tool to Wolbrin. We'll just wait for this warden to go. Adept. But we'll tell him not to go yet.
Good work. We're gonna wait until it's quiet and then bust out the back wall. We'll grab the tieflings along the way. We'll need them if it comes to a fight. You, however, are the clincher. Once we move, keep the patrols busy. If the bastards spot us, all of bloody Moonrise will come down on us.
Hold in your cell until I return.
Or we're all dead.
I'm working on it. Most versions of this story seem to end with you guys all dying. I'm also going to go back and try to... Well, I guess the warden is right here. We're back in the necromancer chambers. I'm going to close this door. I want to see what's through this other door. We do see there's a yellow dot moving back and forth, but... What is that? There's a zealot in there. So, conceivably, we might be able to... Okay, this is just zooming in and out. We might be able to, use... Oh, and there's an eye in there also. I'm just looking up here at the mini-map. Now, for all I know, we are actually allowed to be in here. I don't know, but... There's 2 more doors. Do I have any thoughts on where I want to be? Well, probably in here. And where am I? I'm right here. So we want to go get to the western area, I guess. So that is... And we know that the... guard goes around clockwise. So we're going to try to follow the guard around. And I don't really know what to do about that scrying eye, but we're just going to try to stay out of sightline for now.
Time to press ahead. My patience wanes. Light steps.
Hold on, who's closest? Is Shadowheart not even crouching? Can you at least pretend to play along, Shadowheart? Can you try? Is there a hide button here? Or she just gave up immediately? I don't know. She's just standing there. We're gonna move her further away then. Yeah, she's not sneaking. We're gonna grab Corvus. And Will.
Let's get on with it. Don't mind me. My patience wanes.
Alright, we'll lead with Alyssa.
Best be on my way.
Alright, yeah, if I can move these guys multiples at a time, I for some reason always thought that you had to wait for them to finish moving or whatever. And Shadowheart can just sit in timeout. She's in the penalty box.
I can be subtle sometimes. Ready for anything. Waiting with bated breath. Come on, open up.
Okay, now is this the room that we're trying to get to? No, that leads us into Zrel's area, so we're not gonna go there right now. Let's go over here.
Still in shadow.
Picking that lock is basically the equivalent of somebody breaking into your car just to say, hey, your radio's garbage, so I decided not to steal it. Okay, I was about to say, are we not close enough? Even with cruddy rolls. Well, that's as far in as we can go, so let's get Corvus in there.
Ready for anything.
I love the fact that Lae'zel, in full plate armor, is able to navigate this sneaking area, and Shadowheart's just, nah. I have to bend my knees slightly. Not interested.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes. Keep it low.
Okay. Alyssa, let's have you clear the doorway. Corvus comes in.
Staying out of sight.
Lae'zel comes in.
False move.
Will comes in far enough to shut the door. Alright. And then Shadowheart can... So we want to make sure Shadowheart doesn't run through, so we're going to take her out of the group. So she's just going to wait back there. We snuck through, right? We're here. We did it. Exit turn-based mode.
Bit of caution never hurt.
Fuck. And yet it didn't notice us. So... I guess I'll try to kill this then.
Keeping low.
Oh, let's try to move Alyssa further away, because she doesn't do well at close range.
Or I'm lost. I just want a little look.
Alright.
Staying out of sight.
What's my most damaging thing that I can do to this? Goading attack, probably.
I am death.
Okay. But you fight not alone. Let's do a sneak attack. Sneak attack. It's one of these. Okay, that was an awesome critical hit, and it's very dead. Let's go back into sneak mode, please.
Careful footwork. What now?
Stained letter. Let's read it. My darling daughter, when you were a little girl, I would often watch you play with your dolls and your cousins, and picture myself a enormous, opaque, and silvery shield surrounding you, protecting you. I knew somehow, deep within myself, that no harm could ever befall you, because I would not let it. Though the healers say I may pass into the city of judgment soon, know this, darling daughter. I'm always around you, I'm always with you, and the Moon Maiden will never allow you to bear a burden you cannot carry. I love you forever, a love that has no death. Mama. Spine Shutter Amulet. When the wearer deals damage with a ranged spell, attack, inflict 2 reverberation. That is Gale, for sure. Rest. My characters could take the Warden. Like, I honestly think, and we could have them get away, and that would all be fine. At issue is, I'm trying to find some way around doing that, so that we can, like, engineer a perfect prison break.
Melodia Thorm, loving mother, beloved wife. Her light will never be forgotten.
Oh. This diary records the life of John Medolin. He suffered from lycanthropy, becoming a werebear at the advent of the full moon. I feel like I already read this.
Turn should do it.
Okay, before we go in, I don't see any yellow dots moving in there. I'm gonna F5 it again real quick, but...
Stand, soldier. These are the General's private quarters. Wait. Something in your scent is... familiar.
Stay still and let her smell you. Show her Scratch's ball? I don't have any memory of meeting other dogs. We did meet, like, there was a human or a person that Scratch really liked, but then that person was dead. Let's show her Scratch's ball.
Do you take me for a teething pup? Get that out of my face. Though whichever whelp owns that thing smells happy. Safe. I've not scented such a thing since I was flesh.
I like that it's dark.
Since my master brought me back, this place smells wrong. His family is gone, replaced by bootlickers and beasts. You are neither. So tell me true. What is your purpose here?
I like that her tail wags. I only want to stop the Absolute. I don't know how this... I don't know how this dog feels about the Absolute, but she doesn't seem happy. So we're going to go with I only want to stop the Absolute.
I protect my master. What becomes of his master, I care not. Pass, then. But I will be watching.
My scent seemed to trigger a memory in you. What was it?
Not your scent. Selûnite magic on your skin. The General once smelled that way when his daughter still lived. I died the same night she did, my master says, trying to protect her. I do not remember, but he brought me back. I will not fail him again.
Okay. So that feels good that we were able to talk our way into here. Also, Kay wants to know if we can pet her. Squire is her name.
Yes, soldier.
Let's find out. Would it be okay if I gave you a scratch?
You'd be the first of the General's soldiers brave enough to try.
Oh.
All right, that's enough.
Oh, she's so gross, though. But still, we got to pet the dog. Give it to Lae'zel for now. Letter to Ketheric. My darling husband, I know my time is drawing near. I don't want to leave you. I don't want to leave our little girl. But I'm not writing to lament our lot. It's ours and no others. Though the city of judgment is dark, I know Our Lady's light will find me even there. I will see her shining spires and walk the silver gardens we've both dreamt of. I go to my reward and leave quite a task to you yet, my heart. Selûne's light shines bright in our little one, but she will need a guide to keep on her path. I have no doubt that she will keep you on yours. It is the same path, Our Lady's path, and one day I know it will bring you both back to me. Not too soon, I hope. I won't say goodbye. There is no loss, only temporary separation. How I love you. Forever, Melodia.
A letter from Ketheric's wife. Sounds like she loved him very much.
I'm sorry, do we take a quick nap if we click on this? Alright, we'll grab all this food. He eats well. Elder Brain Domination. Confidential, dictated to scribe Yanthus by General Ketheric. Young Gortash's plan to enslave an illithid elder brain and make it our marionette under control of the crown of Karsus has proceeded almost without flaw, barring the slight delay while our Baalist allies sorted out their leadership conflict. The weak point must surely be the sharing of the Netherstones. It was necessary to secure my engagement and that of the murder cult, but eventually it's certain to fracture our fragile alliance. Clearly, all 3 Netherstones must be controlled by a single leader, me by preference, but not until after the stakeholders have made their essential contribution. Gortash fears that, energized by the dark energies of the Crown, the brain we now call the Absolute will eventually metamorphose into something new and more difficult to control. If he's right, we need to invest the power of the Netherstones in a single wielder. The need to invest the power of the Netherstones in a single wielder is urgent, even more so in that Enver Gortash at least must be thinking the same way. So the Absolute is an elder brain that was, for a time, enslaved to the will of these people. Now it's metamorphosed, but has it? Maybe that's still to come. But Ketheric Thorm has been working to install himself as the one single supreme ruler. And yeah, no, remember, this was many episodes ago. It was like episode 8 or something like that. They introduced the idea that the Absolute spoke through 3 voices, and we only saw them in silhouette. This implies that Ketheric Thorm is 1, Gortash is a 2nd, and we don't know who the 3rd voice might be. Where does it say something about 3? Did I misread this? All 3 Netherstones by a single leader. The Netherstones must be what set Gortash, Thorm, and the 3rd person. I think in the silhouette the 3rd person was like a woman, but I don't remember what the detail was. This is like literally 2 months ago in real time. But this seems very important. We're going to hold on to this. Balthazar, I thank you for returning what was mine, and I have no doubt all will be well once the war is won. After that, I believe our business will be concluded. A different life, a better life awaits. Ketheric Thorm. So here's something from... I feel like this is the first time I'm hearing the name Gortash, but this person seems very important. General, given what we know from my research about the Gith artifact, I cannot emphasize enough how critical it is that it be recovered. The power that artifact contains can boost our own efforts to unforeseen levels, but if it falls into the hands of our enemies, of wit and persistence, it could bring down all of our plans and schemes. The body of our hand-picked captain for the artifact raid wasn't found in the wreckage of the Nautiloid, and I'm not at all easy in my mind about that fact. Find the artifact, employ rigorous means, do not fail. The body of our hand-picked captain for the artifact raid wasn't found in the wreckage of the Nautiloid. This is the Nautiloid that we crashed on. Hand-picked captain. I'm wondering if that's somebody on our team, to be blunt. But the artifact raid, could it be Shadowheart? Because Shadowheart's whole thing was to go get that thing. But she was supposed to bring it to Baldur's Gate, not to here. So that doesn't make a lot of sense that it would be Shadowheart. Oh, I have so many questions about this. This probably is not going to be... No, this is by General Ketheric. Sweeping up the individual Drow renegades is not giving us the cadre of Lolth-trained veterans I want for our staff and officer corps. We must be more ambitious. A name that I can't pronounce, True Soul 113, will be commanded to infiltrate Menzoberranzan itself, ideally House Bainra, ostensibly to proselytize on behalf of the Divine Absolute. I think Zilfra will be convincing in this role. This intrusion will excite outrage among Banra matrons, who can be counted upon to send a warband to exterminate whoever was so rash as to promote anti-Lolth apostasy in their home. Zilfra will have left a clear trail back here to Moonrise Towers, where the warband will find not a circle of ragtag heretics, but an army in the making. I will parley with the Drow leader, but as we negotiate, her warband will be ambushed, and every Drow warrior we capture will be tadpoled. This accomplished, the warband leader will meet the same fate, and thus we shall acquire a cadre of hardened Underdark warriors. And all it will cost us is the life of loyal agent Zilfra, but he is, truth be told, a tedious enthusiast, and I will not miss him. Yeah, we're learning a lot. Like, I bet you there was a body someplace of that guy, that agent. There was at least one drow that we talked with, and I do not remember his name or if we ever even asked the name. Okay, what do we think is behind this door? Is this dangerous to us? It doesn't look like it. And then this leads back into these chambers, where that that ritual circle is. So what if we take that skull that I just picked up? I don't really know how to drop something with precision, but we could try to put it right there. In the crafting of moon lanterns. Yeah, it's dumb. Okay, the skull is not going to do anything there. Okay, let's get downstairs, and thank God I at least marked that. And then I'm really, really thinking that we'll have to take a short rest before we do this, because I think that this is going to be a rough fight. The warden is level 9, I think.
I know. And I'll be right alongside you if it comes to that.
We won't let them win. Not now, not ever. Get us out of here, please, before that head case of a necromancer comes back.
So here's what I'm going to do. I think we try to take a short rest. Yeah, she gets her channel divinities back on short rest. Yeah. Let's do it.
That helped.
Okay. I'm gonna F5 it real quick, and then I think that Shadowheart's gonna give them the go-ahead.
Stay idle. I'd better do the talking.
Good work. We'll grab the you, however, are the clincher. Once we will move, once...
This way.
And I think we're gonna... Well, no. We have to stop the guards from getting them. So we actually need to have multiple people down here. Okay, so this person has found out. I think we want to stop this person from getting there. So
Faith will guide me. No harm in a little conversation.
I don't know how to stop this thing. What is Death Ward? Next time damage would reduce the affected entity to 0 hit points. It remains conscious with 1 hit point left. Bro, I don't know. Push them off balance. Oh, you know what would be awesome? If we knock this dude down into the chasm. However, why don't we grab Alyssa And we're going to have Alyssa do a pushing targets back 5 meters. Can I knock this person into the pit? That looks like it'll do it, doesn't it? Okay. We're off to the best start ever. End turn.
There is work to do.
Defender of the people.
When this scrying eye learns something, I think we're gonna try to nuke it with this. Should I try to do it right now? I legit don't know. Fuck it. I've already save scummed my way through so far through this that I'm just gonna try it right now. Okay, we're on. So, we absolutely need to keep these gates closed so the guards can't get at the prisoners as they're escaping. So,
Nothing important is ever easy.
Can we hamstring her? Possibly reduce their movement speed by 50%. This is absolutely what we want to do. So here's what we're going to do. We have to hit with this. So we're going to take off the sharpshooter. And we're going to do hamstring shot with an 85% chance. Oh, and you know what else? We need to put on our hunter's mark, which I can't for some reason. Yeah, okay, so we're just going to do hamstring shot. This still has like a saving throw against Constitution, so it probably won't happen, but let's try it. Aren't there... You know what, who cares? Critical miss. All right, well then let's go for sneak attack ranged. I don't know how I don't have advantage at this height. Sure, let's stop her from regaining... Wait, is it only for 1 turn? Yeah, it's only for 1 turn. Darkness doesn't help us. Lightning doesn't help us. She can just charge right through ice. Fuck it. We'll do ice. Hellish Rebuke. What does that do exactly? 3d10 fire? Yeah, let's counterspell that. Okay, that's her turn. Okay, now she gets to go. And she went invisible. Well, she could be anywhere, but I'm going to guess that she's probably in this area. So, do I have anything like a smoke powder bomb? And this explodes on impact, doesn't it? Yes, okay. So let's throw this, but I don't want to hit the, I don't actually know what the radius is. Let's guess that she's here-ish. So I don't want to blow open the gate if I can avoid it. We'll aim it like right here and hope that we hit her. Okay, close enough. There she is. So now we're going to... I want to give advantage to our friends, so we have an ability to do that. And goading attack range would be really good, because then she can't do that. So let's try to goad her. This is versus wisdom, or can we give advantage? Commander strike. Oh, can we do it for Alyssa? Target is out of sight. Can't reach destination. Okay. Goading attack. Distracting strike. That's what I want. And this is... Oh, there's no save against this, apparently. Giving your allies advantage on their next attack roll. Okay, let's do that. Awesome. That was only a 50% chance. Now we're going to action surge. And can we try to soul breaker her? 65%. Here's what we'll do. We're going to do a precision attack. And now we're going to soul break her.
I will not know failure.
Stunned! Oh, that's huge. What specifically? She can't move or do anything, right? Oh, that's awesome. And now let's... Is it worth laceration? Yeah, every bit of attack is going to be worth it on her. Okay, she missed. That's fine. Pommel strike? Well, what are we doing at that point? Because that's just a little bit of damage to possibly daze her, but she can't do anything for 2 turns. So I think that's it for Lae'zel. Okay, who is around? This guy. He's really far away, though. Do I still have Misty Step? Like, being up here felt like an advantage when we were trying to cover this bridge, but now we need to lay down as much damage on her as we can. So, yes, let's Misty Step. And I wanna melt that scrying orb before it can sound an alarm. So we're going to Misty Step all the way over here. And then we're going to use... Oh, was that his move? I have no idea why he has Bardic Inspiration. I think he might have already used his move for this turn. But still, he's in good position to help out for next turn. Yeah, we want to cozy right up against this guy and then Eldritch Blast it into smithereens. Corvus. Yeah. Oh, Corvus might be able to destroy the orb. I don't even know what type of... I guess it's piercing damage, so it's guaranteed damage, but it's only 50%. I'll still take it. All right, that's... You know, it's what we can do. Now, I really hope that these guys don't pause to have a big conversation with us about where they should go next. Like, they can just go. Yeah, see, that's what I was worried about, but we'll deal with that in a second. We're going to bring Shadowheart up here. She can't quite get into range to hit anything, so why don't we 51%? That's the best you can do? Okay, 64%, I'll take that. How do you feel about... It's already called for reinforcements, so I don't know if this matters. Yeah, it's also radiant resistant. 80% to hit with fire. It is resistant to fire. It's only got 4 hit points. I would rather do as much damage to this lady as I can. This ensnares the target for 3 turns, and she's still... stunned for 2. Yeah, she hasn't even had her first turn. So we're going to wait on Ensnaring Strike. Okay, are you leaving? What are you waiting on? Go! Sorry, Cal... Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So I do think that we get some advantage. Okay, maybe we don't. Target... Oh, it's because we're outside normal range. How far out are we? I don't think it's knowable for us, but we'll cozy up as close as we can. Oh, that did it. We're actually close enough now. So we have a 99% chance. Let's turn her power shot back on. So now it's only 88%. I don't want to use specialty arrows because Lae'zel is in range, but let's use Brace so we get some extra damage on it. And then we're going to shoot the hell out of her. Sneak attack. Okay, what are we down to? 9 hit points. Go. Do it. Oh, with a critical hit! And that's her turn. Yeah, Lae'zel, I don't think we can get close enough. But, like, there's other guards. Like, we're not... I'm worried that I'm missing them, but there's at least one other guard wandering around, so I don't want to, like, get cocky here. Let's just do a regular ranged attack. Right, but there's another guard around. Okay, fuck it. Let's get out of here. Hey guys, you should really run away.
All that's left is to ship off. My plan for now is to hide out on the water. Unless you have a better idea.
Honestly, I want to say stop talking, just get on the damn boat. Yeah, I'm gonna say this. This is what I'm thinking. They should not have waited to have this conversation.
Now that is a plan I can get behind. From me and every Iron Hand gnome in the realm, thank you. You've done more than you could ever know.
Okay, at least we saved somebody. Now a big shark is gonna come up and bite the boat. We didn't solve the shark quest, the Kraken quest to get here. Oh, right, Will likes saving people. I mean, so do I. Prison break. Save. Because that's it. That's our canonical prison break. Well, I'm not going to try to do that again. That sounds awesome. I will definitely watch the VOD to see that. It was... it didn't have, like, it wasn't guaranteed to work, and it just... Wait, what's rejuvenating miasma? Animate dead doesn't require a corpse in the area due to lingering necrotic stench. Alright. I think we, snipe that guy as he walks past Hook Horror. What do we know about Hook Horror? No, not much. He's a little bit too far away to examine. Blind Sight, Dark Vision, multi-attack against prone enemies, and has opportunity attacks. 75 hit points. Level 4, so probably not a big deal for us, but I certainly wouldn't want to encounter his whole family. I was hoping for a surprise round, and we do have a second one coming in now. We don't have... Oh, Corvus gets to go. Let's see if we can get our burb attack on him. We're gonna jump up here. %. He still got it. Corvus has got it. Okay.
Blood comes easy these days.
Now up to 84%. I'm thinking that we might turn off the... No, at 84%, we'll just keep it. And he's not resistant to anything in particular, so why don't we just do regular attacks on him? Okay. Yeah, Will can just stay back. I don't know that we need to get into a big row right now. Lae'zel is gonna close in here. Not the best damage rolls here, but we're wearing him down. And then I want to switch to her two-handed sword. Yeah, Corvus can stay back here. And then we've got a 64% shot there, and if we do fire, it's 75. Oh, she got it. That was perfect. So I don't know where this one is. His mom is over there. I think it's going to take mom. I think, don't they have like a terrible leap? I remember this of Hook Horrors. Okay, yeah, he didn't get to do anything to Lae'zel. So why don't we have Corvus go for his Curse of the Dire Raven? Look at that. You guys, like, this is a... Yeah, failed a saving throw. He's doing so well with those lately. And then, again, Corvus can just back off, because he did what we needed to this round. Let's go for a sneak attack. And a follow-up. Wait, did he fall down? Yeah, look at that! Okay. Cool. Will is far enough back that we are going to go for Eldritch Blast. Okay. So far, Hook Horror 0. Corvus is Angel's secret tank. He's really good. I love, like... So, when 5th edition first came out, the Ranger was, as tends to be true in most editions of D&D, not the best received character class. And there was a lot of feedback that people felt like the Ranger wasn't... The Ranger had some specialties that simply weren't universal enough. Like, Rangers were really, really good in a role-playing type environment where they were in their favorite terrain and the player was able to, like, leverage some of their abilities. And then as soon as they stepped across the property line into, like, a different biome, they were just, you know, a relatively good, like, adventurer, like, with no particular skills that would help them out. And people felt pretty frustrated by that. So there were a few attempts to rework the Ranger, and specifically around the Beastmaster class, which, like, for me personally, that's what I would want in a Ranger, I would think. This Ranger that I've been playing with, like, Corvus, the Dire Crow, and occasionally Citizen Snips is basically exactly what I would want to play in a Ranger. Like, this is exactly what I want to do. Somebody who steps back a little bit, uses ranged attacks, and has, in my case, a crow friend who goes ahead and
What the hell is this place?
draws a bit of attention and makes it easier to land the hits with the...
There's something on the other side. No way through from here, though.
Something on the other side, she says. Oh, over here. Okay, but we obviously have to go around. This is just a long-winded way of saying I'm really enjoying the Ranger class.
Right beneath the towers. A colony must be close. That must be where the tadpoles are coming from. There's a parasite in that corpse, brimming with potent magic.
All right, I take back my theory that I was saying before. It turns out that the Elder Brain they've enslaved is this thing. Is this the demon, though? I hope it is. We have to get through this, I guess. And it doesn't like fire, so let's back off. And we will have Shadowheart do a flame blast.
I must keep going.
Let's get going.
And Will is with us, because this is very much part of his deal. Let's have a chat with this person. Or goblin. My ranger's gonna bring the goblin back to life just to say, yeah, you and your kind.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Who are you?
Vermit, true soul.
What happened to you?
So absolute, ascended.
What do you mean ascended?
Left flesh, joined with her, eternally.
What happens? I don't know that I care about what happens to the bodies. I guess I care what happens to the minds. What happens to the bodies of those that ascend?
Discarded, devoured.
This is not a question. What is this place?
The absolute chamber. Paradise.
Bratty.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Sure, I guess we'll keep going forward here. No, or there, sure. So I think that when my character said, I thought at first it was like, oh, we'll have to find a way around, we can't go directly through. But now I think that when she said can't get through from here, I think she meant you can't get through from here. Like, this is not, maybe this is a way out for us later in life, but it's not where we can be here. Because I don't see any way forward. Yeah, I think we leave. That's a bummer. My life, not their lives. Oh, Darkham! Thank you so much for the resubscription. Okay. Maybe we don't have to fight all these guys all at once. 80% from here. We can turn it up a little bit. But what if we had Corvus? So let's try to stay clear of the guys on the left. Aw, nuts. If only I'd closed that door. So, what if we just pull back? Do we know if that person's going to, like, summon their friends? Yeah, if we go forward, we definitely enrage everybody. Here's what we'll do. Let's have Will pull back. I don't like ceding the high ground, but we'll pull back and get him some Blade Ward. We're gonna have Corvus pull back. And he'll just chill out. And I guess Will also just chill out.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Shadowheart can pull back a little bit. Maybe a little bit more than this. We don't want that guy to be able to use ranged attacks on us. But now she can do a Blade Ward. In 3 months, it'll be 9 years since the Jumping the Shark podcast ended. I'm getting so old. I'm amazed that you, like, know it. Like, if you asked me, I would not have any idea how long ago it ended. It just feels like a really, really long time. I bet you this person is going to be able to summon their friends, but they also have Death Ward. I can't really silence him. I don't think I can, anyway. It would be awesome if you could, like, fire a silence arrow and, like, stop him from calling for help. Yeah, how about we get some True Strike going, and then we'll pull back. And Lae'zel, again, we're trying to lure this guy to come towards us rather than going towards his friends. And she doesn't really have any, like, preparatory work that she can do. So we'll just end turn. Perfect. We expressed weakness, and now this guy's coming after us. So because I took the archery skill, or whatever, the sharpshooter, we don't have a penalty to fire from above. Marquardt had to look it up. Marquardt, I don't remember if you ever heard the episode where they all, like, broke down. Did you and I ever talk about this? Because it's not me bragging. I just think it's one of my favorite all-time episodes of Jumping the Shark was when they all played Life is Strange. And I was actually the person that donated the copies of the game to them because I was interested in what they would have to say about it. And their discussion was everything I ever wanted. They absolutely nailed it. It was not one of those cases where, like, you donate something, it doesn't meet your expectations. It was such a good conversation. I loved it. And I don't know if they know how much I enjoyed their conversation. I hope that they do. Yeah, we're going to move forward a little bit and do a sneak attack.
Fall by my hand.
And... Hey, what about our, Oh, because you need to have a spell slot to do the, Ensnaring Strike. You guys, Ensnaring Strike would have been so helpful. I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think when we were trying to stop the Warden from getting there, that would have been really smart to do.
This is my time.
Okay. Will, let's have you... I don't want to knock him back, which is what Eldritch Blast will do. Sure, why don't we get some extra hit points? Doesn't hurt to have this shield. And then we will probably just stand here, honestly. Corvus, let's see if we can... So close.
Concentrate.
Okay, so what are our options here? We have a 50% arrow shot. We have a 70% flame shot. Let's do this. But that's what I loved about the conversations on Jumping the Shark. Like, they were always really thoughtful. Right. Okay, sorry. That threw me for a loop, but he does have Death Ward, so that was a known thing. Why don't we... I'm going to hold Ensnaring Strike because we only have to do 1 point of damage. We just want this person to be dead. So let's run up here, and we will do an 80% shot to kill him. Okay, so that was perfect. We took that guy out before any of his friends recognized it. So we're going to try to turn out the light so we can sneak a little bit better. Great choice, Will, by the way. Okay, so Will has wandered into their sightline. Who exactly are you in a fight with right now? Both of them. Oh, but I think that we do have a surprise round. I think.
On the victor's path.
Okay. Let's... Here's what we'll try to do. Let's go up here. And then I want to try to split our Eldritch Blast between these two guys to knock them both back. Alright, we got one. That's good. And then we're going to pull off to one side because here comes Corvus. Corvus is going to try to do a... What's it called? No, he doesn't get to go. Oh, no, he did get to go. Where does the time go? I hope Bill Abner is doing well. He's the one guy from Jumping the Shark, the one person from Jumping the Shark that I just don't have a sense of, like... I know that he went off to, like, coach basketball, and I hope that that has been everything that he wanted it to be. Critical hit. That was great, and she technically doesn't get to go yet. So let's have Lae'zel leap into battle. Ha! And now she gets to go late, and then we got Shadowheart.
Concentrate.
So let's have Shadowheart do a Blade Ward on herself, and then that puts her into battle. So that probably winds up being her her attack. Okay, I mean, better Lae'zel than anybody else. Jesus. Okay, yeah, Corvus already used his action. Yep, so we're just gonna end turn. I think probably everybody used their action to get into the combat. Even Lae'zel. Oh, sorry, even Shadowheart. Alright, let's switch to sword. And... let's go for Pommel Strike on this guy if we can. Cool. Dazed is good. And then we can follow up our attack on this guy. Okay. Yeah, he just doesn't have a lot of spell slots left. Good hit. Well, he's already pommel strike, so I don't know that we get anything for that. Okay, 45 is much too low. Let's come up here, and then we'll probably toggle off her... Yeah, 45 is too low. Toggle that off. We'll get that up to 70. Corvus can go for another dire Raven. Strike. Bad Omen. $25% is terrible. How about Flame Strike? That's 35%. And then this is 65%.
Victory awaits.
God, wow, this guy hits hard. Okay, now Corvus can actually help up our allies, and I always forget that, so he's going to help up Lae'zel right now. It doesn't appear to be on iTunes. That'll suck if 255 episodes have now gone the way of the dodo. Yeah, I mean, that's... Digital media preservation is a real issue.
That's what favors the fear.
It sucks that, like, all of those hours, and just think of, like, all the hours that Todd Brackey put into editing all of it. It's not just fun conversations among friends, although it's a lot of that. There was a lot of production work that went into it.
Catch a break.
Come up here and F5 it. And now is the moment of truth. Is everybody upstairs going to attack me? Thank God.
Enjoy the view. This feels like it'd stretch all the way to the Sea of Swords on a clear day.
I'm afraid you missed the ship, Trousseau. But there'll be another along soon enough. We're already stacking the cargo.
Where are the ships heading?
Baldur's Gate. The army marches overland. But we sent some friends ahead to smooth the way.
Why does the Absolute want to make war with the city?
Locals need to see hard truth. Take their place in hard design.
Or they don't, and we send them to meet the old gods they cling to. Doesn't matter much either way.
What cargo are they bringing? I bet it's tadpoles.
Nothing of note. Just supplies for the battle ahead. I've already checked it twice over.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Let's go for persuasion. I don't like using the illithid powers, but this we will do. And we'll take our bonus. Alright, 5 to 8 bonus on a DC 14. Oh, and we didn't even need any of it.
Right you are, I suppose. Check away.
So not for nothing, where are we? Did I come up somewhere different than I went down? This is weird. How did I miss this massive... you know what? How do I ever miss anything?
Stand clear of the cargo. Respectfully, Trousseau.
What's so important about the boxes?
They're not to be opened until they reach the city. The Absolute smiles on them that follow orders. And I don't plan on being a guard for long, Trousseau.
You definitely have the attitude of a true soul, at least.
Thank you.
I figured he would take that as a compliment. I'm not into just, like, being an asshole to random people. I mean, none of these people seem... None of the Absolute, like, clans seem particularly well-adjusted or in control of their faculties. It's a little bit difficult for me to tell one way or the other, but that doesn't mean that I want to go around insulting them. Like, that's not going to help me keep my cover. Yeah, there's a whole area, this whole dock area that I didn't know anything about. But I guess we've done it now. And then we've got Moonrise Towers. And the people didn't attack me. So we still have the question about the suspicious sounds, which is straight up marked on the map. I'm going to do one last thing in this episode, which is I do want to go back in there. I want to see if we can find those suspicious sounds. My big plan for tomorrow is nothing. And part of it is that today was very, very busy. Today was a lot of traveling and spending a very short amount of time at many different places, which doesn't always feel the most productive. Also, there was a fucking ladder right here. God, it's fine. It's fine.
I don't see why not.
Didn't see the ladder. Okay. Now I'm gonna F5 it just in case people take it personally that we're firing off Eldritch Blasts in their secret evil hideout. Wait, what's use? Yeah, apparently we can't just smash through this. Let's have Alyssa take a look at it then.
Through a narrow crack in the wall, you hear something shift against stone. The pulse of a crawling, living thing.
Okay, we want Shadowheart to help out with this, so let's go get Shadowheart. I've eaten a lot of bad rolls in my game, but this time I was like, I really, really wanted this to go correctly. Okay, let's try to determine what it is. Got a +5 to 8. It's not gonna help. I think this is what we have inspiration for. Let's do it. That just gets us over the line.
You can't quite catch a glimpse, but you recognize this feeling. The same alien presence you felt on the Nautiloid.
This seems very stupid.
Unfolds, expanding through every wall in the tower, every mind. A vast living network extending down into the dark, where something wakes.
I can feel it. Looking. Deep inside.
It's a trap.
Tendrils snap like iron cords around your wrist. That presence in your mind looms large, closer now.
So rogue dexterity is going to be our best shot. Wriggle your hand free. Yeah, we're going to have advantage. We have a really good shot at this. DC 16, we should be able to do this. And with style.
With a soft sucking sound, your hand pulls free. The flesh within the wall retreats.
I appreciate a wandering hand now and again, but maybe control your urges for now.
Next episode, we'll probably do a long rest. We might swap out Lae'zel for Karlach and see what's actually down there. But other than that, we're going to be moving forward and going down to, at long last, get that night song. Aside from that, though, we're going to call it right here. This was a very, very fun episode. Thank you guys all so much for hanging out, and hopefully see you as early as tomorrow. I'd love to do another episode of this during my day off here. Until next time, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.